Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We have another unboxing, and we're going to do another Bass Pro Shops box. This one is the Big Bass Bundle. So again, kind of like the other one, it was a box I ran through, and I think the other box was around 30 bucks. This one's going to be around 40 bucks, I believe. So they've got kind of the same setup on the back. They kind of tell, they tell you what it includes. Okay. So they've got on the back, they've got a list of baits of what they got in there. Now this one isn't strictly Bass Pro Shops baits. So they've got a couple other baits back there. There's back there in here. You know, they're gonna, you know, it looks like they got 6 Sense, Berkley, Strike King, Z-Man, Booyah. You know, they got them right there. So, and you can even scan. I don't know, I can't remember the other box has it, but you can even scan to see exactly what's inside. But they pretty much do tell you on the back side down here. So, and again, this was one of those boxes where I was running through and I wanted to check it out, and I pretty much bought myself a little gift. So these are all, I don't think I said in the other one, but these are good gift ideas for your avid angler. Anybody who loves fishing, just want to get started with some baits and not sure where to go or where to start with or what to start with, excuse me. These have a pretty good, well-rounded set of baits in there. So without further ado, let's get into this one and see what it has. Right off the top here, okay, so they don't have this one in a bag, which is fine. And we're gonna go with my favorite right here. We're gonna go with the frog, the Booyah Pad Crasher. This thing, it's, you know, it's your typical leopard frog colored, and it's a frog. It's a hollow body frog. Love hollow body frogs. I'm gonna throw these, you know, anywhere, whenever you want. Heavy cover. I mean, just let it rip. Use 40-50 pound braided line, probably 50 pound braided line. You can go up to 65 if you want. Throw it where, you know, to you know, depending on the cover, the size of the fish. But I typically go with 50 because I can cast it further, and even if I don't want to cast it too far, it casts easier too. So 50 pound braided line has a smaller diameter than 65 pound braided line, which makes you able to cast a little bit easier, further. And especially with lighter frogs too, if you want to throw a lighter frog on there. Awesome bait. This is something I'm gonna, you know, hang on to. Love frogs. Any frog. I mean, love them. Love the topwater bite. Next is the 6 Sense jig here. You got the Divine Swim Jig in 3/8 ounce. I haven't thrown anything 6 Sense, so. This has got a pretty good size hook though. It got a 5/0 hook. That's good. And I like the color. Looks like a bluegill color. Yep, custom bluegill is their color. 3/8 ounce. Standard swim jig. So throw it wherever you want. I mean, really. Docks, weeds, pads, weed lines. Very versatile jig. Okay, next we got the Bass Pro Shops wide super lock worm hooks. Got a package of them, got quite a few of them there. These are, what size hooks are these? They are, oh, it's right there. Size 1, 20 pack. You get 20 hooks in this little package. That's awesome. So you get some hooks there. Next one, we got the Berkley Power Blade Spinnerbait, 3/8 ounce. White. Good color for a spinnerbait. I throw white spinner baits, you know, rivers, dingier water. You can throw them in clear water too. You know, I've had some success doing that as well. Pretty good little spinner bait. I haven't thrown the Berkley one yet, but it looks like a pretty good spinner bait. I mean, and looks like you're gonna get bit with this one. All right, next one, we got the Strike King Red Eye Shad. And we got craw style craw color here, the red craw. This is actually, the color's name is called Chili Craw. And they call it the 2-tap. Oh, tap tungsten. So pretty good little rattle there. And it's a 1/2 ounce bait. That'll get you bit. Going to another crankbait here. We got the KVD 1.5, dives 3 to 5 feet. Got the square bill action going on right here. And this is the, sexy shag color. It's a good little color. Get you bit just about anywhere. It's square bill, bounce it off rocks, lumber, wood, trees, whatever you want. Bounce off lumber too if you want. But, you know, if it's there, you bounce off dock posts if you want. But you don't have to hit anything. Like I said in my other video, you don't have to hit anything. Just let it rip. And a lot of times you can just cast and reel, cast and wind. But if you throw in a couple of pauses here or there, mix it up a little bit, that might get you a couple extra bites that you might not have got before. Square bells, they're good baits. It's a good bait to make sure you have in your box. And next we got 2/0 6-pack wide super lock worm hooks. So a little bit bigger than the other ones. I'm glad they gave you a couple of different size worm hooks in here. So they're hooks, they look sharp, look like they're gonna work. All right, now this next one, we got some stick baits from Bass Pro. Looks like these look like 6-inch stick baits. They're tournament series. Pull one out of here for you guys here. It's got, looks like half and half. Looks like half the bait is just straight up green pumpkin. Turn it over, and the other half has got green pumpkin red. Watermelon red, green pumpkin, maybe watermelon red, and then green pumpkin, half and half. But yeah, this is the 6-inch stick bait. It's gonna get bit. It's gonna get you bit, big time. And since this is supposed to be a big bass bundle, right? Yeah, big bass bundle. I'm throwing the big stick worms here. The 6-inch stick worms, not your 5-inch. All right, next one. We're jumping into the chatterbaits by Z-Man. We got black and blue. It's got a 5/0 Gamakatsu hook and 3 ace ounce. I don't throw the Z-Man chatterbaits very often. I have thrown them before. They're really good. For the money, they're not real super expensive. Not like the jackhammers. If I'm being honest, if I'm looking at two baits, like I'm looking at this one and I'm looking at a jackhammer, I'm gonna buy this one. Price point, number one reason. Action wise, I didn't notice a real big difference between the two, to be honest. Jackhammer may be a little bit better action by just a little, but here's the thing. Northern pike love these baits, and they love to crush them. I've lost a couple to northern pike already. I can't swallow losing a $16 to $20, I don't even know how much they are, but around $15 bladed jig to a northern pike. I just can't. These are way cheaper than that. So if you do lose them, just go and buy another one. It's not going to kill your wallet. They're both great bladed jigs, jackhammer and the standard they call the chatterbait elite. Still great bladed jigs all around. And throw a piece of plastic on there, maybe a cross style bait or a swim bait, and just let it rip. Good baits. Big bass love bladed jigs too. So some smaller bass too. And then look at confusion on my face because it's supposed to be a big bass bundle. So I'm not really sure why I'm seeing this one, other than maybe it's a okay. So big bass love top water buzz baits. The look of confusion on my face is that this is an 1/8 ounce buzz bait, and it's not very big. It's not a big bait. I know sometimes big bass will go after some smaller baits. That's fine. But if I'm going after a big bass, I want something that's going to be a little bit more stout than this. I'm not saying this won't work for big bass. I'm sure they can crush this. I'm sure they will crush it. I'm sure they have. But you better be ready to give them a little bit of line, because that wire is a little bit lighter and will bend depending if you pull on it too hard and if that fish is big enough. So with that said, I'm not going to throw this around heavy cover, because if they do if they do crush this bait and take me down in those weeds, I'm screwed. I'm going to lose that fish 9 times out of 10, because I'm not going to be able to pull them out of there, because I'm going to either bend this wire and ruin the bait and pull it right off, or I'm not going to be able to get a good enough hook set, or he's just going to hang me up and it's just going to come off. Like I said, not saying that this won't work, but this isn't my first option for a big bass. So sorry Bass Pro, but this is the first mistake out of this box that I see, is this one shouldn't be in there. In my opinion, you know, and that's not really all this is. This is all my opinion. With all that put aside, this is a pretty good looking little buzz bait, and it's definitely got its place. Okay, just maybe not in the big bass bundle. I still like it. I still do. I don't hate it. Don't hate it. So that's that was the big bass bundle from Bass Pro Shops. All in all, pretty good box. Just that one lure that I wasn't a real big fan of. I just don't feel like it belonged in this box, but I feel like it's a pretty good box all around. You get a bunch of different things to try, different areas. I am glad that they put, where'd they go? Put a topwater frog in there, because that frog, big bass love frogs. I don't know what it is. Little bass do too, but you get some big ferocious bites on a frog. Love throwing a frog, really do. It's one of my favorite to do. So great box. Check it out if you like what you saw. Pretty sure what you saw is what you're going to get in some of your other boxes. If you're not sure, check out the back of the box. They've got what's in there listed on the back of the box, and the brands too. So check it out, see what you guys think. And for like beginner fishermen, those boxes, great for beginner fishermen. Just grab a box, you get a handful of baits to try, and you're ready for the water, really. I mean, you get plastics, you get jigs, you get crankbaits, you get worms, you get hooks. Personally though, I think hook wise, I would pick something a bit more heavier duty than some of these that we got here. I don't feel like these are heavy duty enough, so maybe that's mistake number 2 in this box. I feel like these hooks should be a bit more stout than they are. So I feel like those are more of a finesse style hook. Not that you can't catch a big bass finesse, you can, but I'm more of a power fisherman, so I want heavy stout. And I'm gonna throw. I mean, a lot of my Texas rigs are the heavier duty hooks, just because I want it. When I get that bite, I want to just slam it home. I want to just set the hook like King Kong and not have to worry about getting that fish out of there, or that fish bending that hook. So I like the box. Couple mistakes, but honestly, I still think it's a really good box. So check it out. If you guys like these videos, please smash that like button, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and we'll catch you on the next video.